Last week, the Supreme Court decided that district courts cannot issue nationwide injunctions, in part because that infringes upon class actions and what they're for, which is to take a large group of people where many cases would be impractical and allow them to sue all at once. The Supreme Court was called Trump versus CASA, a 6-3 decision along ideological lines. There are rules for certifying a class for the purposes of a class action lawsuit. Rule 23 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Subsection A says one or more members of a class may sue or be sued as representative parties on behalf of all members if, before we talk about those things, what do we mean? Sued as representative parties on behalf of all members? Well, a few people can sue on behalf of all the people. So a handful of people who may be considered not citizens could sue on behalf of all people who might be considered not citizens under the Trump executive order. What are those requirements? The class is so numerous that joinder of all members is impracticable. Well, there would be millions of people. There are questions of law or fact common to the class. That's certainly clear. It's a 14th Amendment issue. It's a common question of law or fact. The claims or defenses of the representative parties are typical of the claims or defenses of the class. So the people who are actually suing on behalf of the class are typical for the members of the entire class. Finally, the representative parties will fairly and adequately protect the interests of the class. So the people suing aren't going to go screw up the case and screw up everything for the people who are not named members of the lawsuit. Well, it didn't take long for the ACLU to bring such an action. This case is called Barbara versus Trump, and Barbara, one of the named plaintiffs, will have to show that all of those Rule 23 requirements are met. A favorable outcome for Barbara and the ACLU could mean that there is a nationwide injunction against enforcing the Trump executive order that futzes with the 14th Amendment. This will go through the courts. Could it make it back to the Supreme Court and actually have a decision on the merits regarding birthright citizenship? I think that that's likely.